Hi friends, welcome to Aishusdiy. Today we are going to create a bracelet using these 3-strand connectors that we have in the GGC treasure box for this month. We are designing with that. So we got 1 strand of this cuboid crystals and then 32-inch strand. That's a long strand, 2-strand worth of beads with the pearls. And then we have these crystals, twisted crystals. It's so pretty. And then we have these charms, 2 different charms. One is this leaf charm, uh, and then which is curved actually. It's domed on one side and curved on the other. You can see that. And then this monstera leaf. I'm going to use all of these and make a 3-strand necklace. Sorry, 3-strand bracelet. You can also make this as a necklace, but I thought I will do a bracelet first and then I will make a necklace, because I did 2 necklaces out of this box already. So just for variation purposes I am making a bracelet, but you can also make this as a necklace, completely your choice actually. So I have these 3-strand connectors. I chose to use this golden color wire. It's 0.45 millimeter thickness beading wire, 7-strand. You can use actually whichever you have available in your stash. You can use that wire. I am adding silver elements, but I chose to use this color because the beads that I'm using uh, is like golden color combination. So I am just going to add these. And also I'm thinking of adding this bead in between these crystals. These are, I think, 15 O's. I'm not so sure. I didn't write it down in the ziploc, so there is no way to tell you guys for sure. But you can use either 15 O's or 11 O's. It doesn't matter. Just to bring the color more, I'm using this dark color, so it's kind of looks nice to me. You don't have to if you don't want to. I think these are 15 O's. The way it's going through the wire, I can say that those are 15 O's. Some are not even going through. So I'm gonna string the strand. So you can add any. I chose to add this bead because this one is bigger than the cuboid and the pearl. I chose to add this bead in the center strand of the bracelet. You can do it either way, it doesn't matter. So my wrist size would accommodate a standard bracelet size, but depending upon your wrist size, the number of beads will differ. That's why I never tell you guys the count of the beads, because it doesn't make sense, right? So these leaf charms came with the box. I'm using it for this bracelet. Okay, I have only this much beads, so I'm thinking whether I should add anything more or not, because obviously this will not be enough for a bracelet. Let's measure this. only 4.5 inches, so I need to add some more beads to this. So I finished stringing these two strands, and I'm sure that this length is good enough. I'm gonna measure it for you guys because we have to add this one. This will have a little bit of a length plus our clasp. That will take about 1 inch. So here you can already see it's 7.5 inch. We can even take one off, but we'll measure it one more time. See, this one is 7.5, so I need to take one more bead off of this. Because I need only 6.5 and I need 1 inch for the clasp. And now this should be good enough, I guess. Yep, this itself is good enough. So now with this, I'm just going to remove this many beads and see if it is okay. Let's come to this later. Okay, first we will attach this length of this strand to this connector first. For that we need some crimp tubes. I'm going to use the silver crimp tube that I have here, the smallest one. I'm not using the big one, so I'm going to use the small ones. We need about 6 crimp tubes for this project. So there we have. Now what I'm going to do is take my crimp tube, attach it to this bead, this strand over here, and this has to come in the center strand. So I'm putting it in the center and then taking it and bringing it back through the crimp tube. And through a bead if possible. Take your pliers and pull it. Once you're happy with the space, all you need to do is go ahead and crimp it tight, just like so. Then you can snip this off after this bead, because the 15 seed beads will not be able to accommodate these 2 cords. That's why I'm snipping off. Otherwise you can put it inside. That should not be a problem. Now we will work on this side. So take another crimp tube and go through the center and then come back through the crimp tube and a bead. So even though this is a 3-strand bracelet, I would like to keep it like this and crimp it, because if you keep it like this, it will be way too tight. When you put it in your hand, it's gonna be a U or a round. So I would like to put it like this and then crimp it. So the crimp tube is almost inside this bead, so I'm making sure it's out and about, and then I will snip off this excess wire right here close to the bead. So we have attached the center strand now, and as you can see, I really like to do a little bit of a gap, then only it will be nice and it will sit on your wrist nicely. So there we go. Now the next thing that we need to do is to add the next strand. So I have this strand with these leaves, monstera leaves, and this leaf charm that we got from this box. So here I have 6 and here I have 6 beads. So this will be a little bit too much, so I'll take one more off of both the sides. So now let me check the size again. That should be good enough. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to take a stopper bead just in case, because I don't want my beads to come off. Then I will take one crimp tube, okay, add it to one side of this connector finding, and then pass it back through the crimp tube and through the beads. So I have added seed beads in between my pearls. You don't have to add it. If you don't want it, you don't have to add it at all. You can just leave it like that. So make it really close to the loop and see, measure the means just eyeball it, the other strand too, so that you have an equal distance with this strand also. Okay, then go ahead and crimp it. Then you can snip off this excess wire. As I said, the 15 beads will not accommodate 2 wires, but if you are using 11 seed beads, you can actually I will just push everything here, make sure it is straight, and we need one more seed bead per se, or a bead. As you can see, there's a little bit gap. I should have added a seed bead right here, but nevertheless I will add it here. It doesn't make a lot of difference, but if you want, you can take off this entire thing and add it. I will just add one seed bead right here. Actually, I don't need it. To really think about it, I don't need it. Fine. Great. Now I add this, and again I keep it like this. So this is a bracelet, but if you think about it, you can do the same as a necklace, just that you will add more beads to come in a U. But I would like to keep this in a U and then do it, just because I told you we need that breathing space. So here we go. I'll keep it like this and then come back through the bead, the crimp bead and the pearl. Let's try to fit it through. If it doesn't go, that's fine, but if it goes, why not, right? Extra security or protection for our bracelet. So I wanted you to do this and see if it is nice and even, and if it is how do you feel about this? It is tight or it is nice and supple? All that I want you to feel, and then go ahead and crimp that side. Then snip off this excess wire. So then we have our 2 strands ready. Okay, so we need one more strand. I have one more strand also. I have beaded, I have strung all the cuboids with some seed beads in between. We don't need this much, so I am just going to take some off. Okay, I'm just measuring the length, how many beads I have to take it off, is what I'm saying. Right here, this much is good enough. So I'm taking the rest off. Take my crimp tube. I have added seed beads in all 3 strands, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It's just my preference. And then also I added these leaves on only one of the outer strands. You can add to both, but I prefer adding to just one. The reason is when you wear the bracelet, you will wear it like this. So this is the area that the drops will be hanging. If you have it in both the strands, outer and the inner strand, it won't be able to hang here. So it will go on top of the center strand, which is a bigger one. The center strand is big. So if it lays on top of this, I don't know how well it will look good. So why not just add only one side? So that's my idea of doing this. But if you feel that will be more symmetrical, go ahead and do it, no problems. So whichever you like, which pattern you like, you have to decide for yourself, and both will look good. This is just my opinion. I cut it after the bead, then I pull all the beads over here. And then I didn't cut this wire off yet from the spool, which I will do it right now. Now I have these strands. Just making sure everything is on the same side. Okay. Nice and easy. And figure it out by placing it down. I think this should be good enough. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, I will just keep it down nice and straight and then check one more time whether this will be enough, or should I take one more off of this is my question. So what I will do is I will try to put it on me and see how it stays. I think that should be right. Take my bead, crimp bead, put it inside and then come back. Come back through the crimp tube and the crystal. You can also use spacer beads in between these. There's multiple options that you can do. There we go. Pull the wire up, and when you do so, I want you to put it like that because we need that breathing space. We don't want it to be stiff. So I just want to put it like that and then go ahead and crimp your crimp bead and then snip off this excess wire off. So now our bracelet is almost ready. All we need to do is attach our clasp to it. There we go. Just do this like that. It will sit perfectly, especially on top of your wrist. It will be perfect. There we go. Now we can add the toggle clasp that we got from this kit. We can either add this one, which is this. I really like this one, so I'm gonna add this. We need jump rings again, so I have here some jump rings. So this leaf, as you can see, the monstera leaf has a hole flat to the leaf. This one has a perpendicular hole, so it's easy for me to string directly here. But this monstera bead, I added it to the jump ring that we got from the treasure box and then added it here. I just wanted to mention that in case you guys are wondering. But I really like the contrast. But if you like to add just one leaf, one type of leaf, you can do that too. We have plenty of leaves in this treasure box to do so. Okay, open up the jump ring, add this toggle clasp to one end, just like so, and then close it. There is one more thing that we need to be careful about. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, take my jump ring, open it out, put it here, other end, and then the toggle. Then close your jump ring shut. Wiggle back and forth until you know for sure that it is closed. So now it's fine. It goes inside perfectly. Should not be a problem. Okay, now that's our bracelet. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos almost every day. It comes around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks so much for watching. So once you put it in your hand, it will go like this. So when you do this, it will sit perfectly. At the same time, these leaves will come down like this. That's why I didn't add to this side also, because I like this. So this is how your bracelet looks. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.